I'm Ashley and welcome to my channel.
Hi guys, it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, it's Ashley and welcome to yet again another 30 facts about me. So since the first one, it's been exactly 6 years, and since the last one, it's been 3 years. A lot has happened. I don't quite remember how to do this. I just do vlogs, so this is like really awkward. Okay, so I wrote down all like my new answers on my laptop, so I'm going to be looking over here a little bit. I also have like extra questions that I will answer throughout. The original 30 questions are very interesting. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so I should have started with my full name in the past two, and I didn't. So today I will share my full name. My name is Ashley Yunseo Hong. My middle name is Korean. But yeah, now that that is clarified, we'll start with fact number 1.
I'm 12 years old.
I am 15. I am 18 years old. Crazy! The first one I was 12 years old? That is so crazy. And then I forgot to mention my birthday. My birthday is December 5th, 2007. My ethnicity, I'm Korean. I also speak both Korean and English fluently, and I kind of speak French. Like, I took French in high school for 4 years, but my fluency is that of like a French toddler, probably. This third fact, I thought it was weird last time I filmed this, but I guess it is true. I'm like a 5.5. And then I forgot to mention before, I should have done this every time I filmed this, but my height, I am 5'2". There's that. My favorite color, I always liked pink since day one. I also think I just like pastels. Okay, for school, I just graduated from high school. I did independent study. Basically, it's kind of hard to explain. Every year looks really different academic wise. I will do a mix of like a program, work for my charter school that I'm a part of, fully online, and then I will also do college courses for high school credit. It's just like a mixture of a bunch of stuff. I think it was perfect for me. It's definitely not for everyone. Oh, and then the biggest news ever. I am going to NYU Tisch for a BFA in drama acting in the fall, and that is so crazy to say. 3 years ago, 6 years ago, me would not believe these words. I'm still kind of having trouble believing it myself. I am just so grateful. I can't really like grasp how I feel about it. I will definitely try to vlog over there, but yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, number 6, I am the middle child. I have an older brother, he is 21, and I have a younger sister. She is my vlogs a lot more because my brother's off in college already and he's kind of camera shy for some reason. But yeah, my sister is 16. Oh my god, I almost said 14. She's 16 now. Number 7, I'm bad at math. I am very artsy. I've always been that way. And I'm majoring in acting. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about my theater conservatory, South Coast Repertory Theater Conservatory. I have been a part of for 5 years. I was a part of Teen Players. That's basically an academic audition-based theater program for high schoolers. And I've done 3 plays with them. The first year, 2024, I did Metamorphoses by Mary Zimmerman. The second year, I did David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. And then this past spring, I did Cursed by Christina Leach. It was really special because it was a commissioned play from an SCR playwright that we know. I got to play Antigone. I loved that role. The only way I can really say it is that I'm just so honored to have been able to play Antigone in high school and to have that be my last senior play. My MBTI is ENFJ, although I think it is very relative for everyone depending on like who I'm with, the situation. My zodiac sign, Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Libra, and Rising Scorpio. So if you guys know that stuff, explain it to me, please. Number 9, I am lactose intolerant. In 2020 when I said this, I thought like maybe I'm being performative in retrospect, but no. I keep testing it and every time I regret it because I actually am lactose intolerant, so those consequences, they're there. My body doesn't take a lot of foods very well, so I stay away from red meat. I have trouble digesting heavy carbs like bread, pasta, sometimes rice. Yeah, I don't know. So I just be careful. The instruments that I play, my main instrument is definitely voice. In my senior year, I actually took music theory and musicianship classes at my local community college just for fun. And through that, I've learned so much about music. My relationship with music has definitely changed. I'll talk about that a little later. I also play violin. I played from age 8 to 15. I've quit lessons, but I'm still playing for my church ensemble. And I still play occasionally, but definitely not as much as I used to. Oh, and then I learned piano when I was younger, but then I quit like really early on, so I know how to play chords like for when I'm singing, but that's about it. Where I live in OC, California. I've lived here for my entire life, but I am moving to New York City for my education at NYU. That's gonna be such a big difference from like the suburbs to the city. Super excited. My role model, it has not changed since the first video.
My biggest role model is definitely my mom.
My role model is my mom. Throughout the past few years, we've gotten even closer and really like best friends. So it's gonna be so hard living without her in New York. Just my family in general. I'm very family oriented. We rely on each other for everything. We talk about everything. I'm very, very grateful to have a mom like her, especially throughout high school and throughout the college audition process. I could not have done it without my mom. Love ya. My favorite food, I love raw fish. Korean raw fish is called hwaro, and that's like my favorite food ever. I also love soup, like Korean broth soup. I have dyed my hair a lot and changed up my hair a lot. And since 2023, a couple months after that video, I went to Korea and I got my hair bleached and dyed into like this really light brown. Then I came back to America and got it like this ash brown. And then I went blonde. I was blonde for like a year and bleached my hair like 4 times throughout that year. And then I was gonna go back to black for my senior year, but before that I wanted to do something crazy with my blonde. So I dyed it red. And then I dyed it black in like August. And recently I went to Korea a couple weeks ago and I got it cut for college. We are halfway there. So in 2020, 12-year-old Ashley wanted a tattoo. 15-year-old Ashley wanted piercings, and since then, I got my cartilage piercing. I think I'm done with the piercings. I wanted a belly button piercing, but I don't think I'll get it. My favorite meal, brunch, apparently. And I guess I'll still stand by that. I love a good avocado toast. I said I love Disney. That is so cute. I think that kind of transitioned into my love of musicals. I saw Wicked on Broadway, and I watch shows at my conservatory and like local theaters. I try to see like plays and musicals all the time. My dream role is probably Eurydice in Hadestown or Eponine in Les Mis. I do tend to watch interviews and stuff about movies, behind the scenes, those kind of things on YouTube for the most part. Number 21, I love my friends. Oh, the AC is on. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt the audio too much. I tend to leave people at like arm's length a lot. I don't think it's like trust issues, I don't know. I feel like it's more comfortable for me not to have really close friends. But throughout the years, I've had friends that really like stayed with me, and I think that is more valuable than like time spent. Who really stays with you and supports you. I think that is what shows who the real ones are. And so, love you guys. Favorite movie. My favorite movie has remained Little Woman from 2019. I watched Past Lives like a year ago, and I love that movie. I was thinking about wanting to work with that kind of director that like has that kind of vision for a film. You could really feel the story through how each scene was filmed and where the camera was, what angle it was at. Beautiful movie. I watch a lot of K-dramas more than American shows. My favorite K-dramas are When Life Gives You Tangerines and We're All Trying Here. I watched We're All Trying Here really recently and it is chef's kiss. It is so good. I definitely recommend. Favorite artist, I thought of this as like artist, like painter. My favorite artist is Monet. I love Claude Monet. He's my favorite. Every time I see his work at a museum, I get super excited. My favorite singers, Leve, Channabi, IU. I like to listen to albums more than playlists. So most of the time, I'll just like listen to a full length like album in the order that it's meant to be in, or I'll just go to like the artist profile and then I'll just like click the play button so that it like shuffles all of their songs, and that's kind of how I listen to music. I know it's a little bit weird and like old style, but I've learned that I really like that. Dream vacation, I said Korea last time, and since then I've been to Korea twice, once with my family and then once alone. A couple weeks ago I went alone. It was so crazy and kind of like a dream come true. I've always dreamed of traveling alone, but then I was like low-key scared of planes, so I overcame that fear this time around. So these are like the places I've been to since the last one. I don't think it's all of them. I've been to New York twice, Boston, Portland, Oregon, Hawaii again for the second time, but I would love to travel even more. My dream vacation is probably like the south of France. I really gotta brush up on the French before that happens. Favorite subject. A couple years back in my freshman or sophomore year, I took a psychology class, just like Psychology 101, and I loved it so much. I think before that, I wanted to look into it, and I love that class. I even applied to some colleges with a psychology major, but decided not to go with that route. But I still am really interested in it, and I would love to keep studying it if I can. Future career, I've been saying like singer and actress. I think right now it is definitely actress. I'll take this opportunity to talk about my college audition process. This is pretty crazy. I think if you have not been through it, it's really hard to kind of like understand. My college audition process was very interesting. I didn't get any help from audition programs or anything, although I did go to 2 intensives the summer right before my senior year. And so those really prepared me, and I just used everything I learned from those 2 intensives to apply to college and audition for college on my own and with the help of my mom. Throughout the process, my biggest question was, do I major in musical theater or acting? Do I want to study music? All those things. It was both the most stressful season of my life and also the most defining. I got to learn so much about myself while auditioning, picking monologues, submitting all those pre-screens, going to callbacks, the entire shebang. And also I had to write so many supplemental essays. Through answering those like personal questions, I learned who I was more, because they just keep asking you like who you are. And in the beginning it was really hard, and I definitely felt sick of answering those questions because I didn't know the answer myself. But as I continued to answer them and contemplate who I am and who I want to be, actually, that really narrowed things down, and then I ended up choosing acting because of one main reason. It's the thing that I am most excited for right now, the thing that makes me feel authentically myself and makes me feel the most alive. And so those were kind of my reasoning behind choosing acting and choosing NYU. I love going to cafes in search of a good matcha latte. I have been kind of like cafe hopping with my mom, and I like to review them and post them on like my spam TikTok. I love matcha, a good matcha though, like a real one. And I think I said matcha back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not performative. I've been drinking it for like 6 or 7 years. Favorite holiday. My favorite holiday has remained Christmas for my entire life. But since it's the busiest time of the year, I always end up getting sick. And so that's not very fun. I hate getting sick. But nevertheless, there is a kind of magic in the air when it's Christmas time. and that I cannot deny. So it's still my favorite holiday. 2 more questions, we're almost done. Why I am doing YouTube. I am definitely not a YouTuber, and I'm so behind on releasing all those weekly vlogs. I'm catching up, I promise. I started it just for fun, and it's still for fun, but I think now, since I'm doing weekly vlogs and I've been doing it for about a year now, it's kind of my way of documenting my life. I like to call it video journaling. I have my actual journal that I write in. This is my 3rd journal. I write in here multiple times a week. I also journal on my phone sometimes if I don't have my physical journal with me. I just want to like capture life as much as possible. We could get all philosophical about it, but I think it's just fun. And I've always been this way. There's like videos of me vlogging back in 2014. Last question is about my faith. I am Christian. I was born into a Christian family. In spring of 2025, I had my confirmation, so that's like the 2nd baptism kind of. Since 2023, I've definitely changed a lot in my relationship with God. The biggest blessing is that it changes all the time, that it keeps changing. Every year, more so every day, I feel like I know God more and more, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. Growing up Christian has its ups and downs, but I really feel that my faith is becoming my own, not just like what I've been taught. My biggest prayer right now is that I keep my faith strong in college too. I just hope that even though my circumstances will have changed a lot, my faith will remain strong. And then this leads me into my favorite Bible verse, which is 1 Corinthians 10:31. It's kind of like my life verse. Whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. I really, really want to live by that. For me personally, it's just clarified why I want to do this acting thing, why telling stories to people, making people feel seen through art is so important to me. Since God is the first artist, the creator of everything, I want to give it all back to him. If I had one wish, I would wish to be fluent in all the languages of the world, or to be able to play all the instruments in the world. And that is it for this year's updated 2026 version of 30 facts about me. I hope you learned more about me. I hope this one is less cringy than the other ones, but in another 3 years, I'll look back at this one and wince as well. But that's just how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe. And I will see you in 2029. Bye.